Hello everyone, and welcome to the first official month of the year for bullet journal setup videos. So as I have mentioned in previous videos, if you've seen, I am theming this entire year to be Harry Potter themed, and for the month of January I decided to go with the Hogwarts Castle. So I had sketched it all out and I'm just filling it in right now. Just drawing the castle. I blacked out the rocks completely, and I'm also going to be going with more colors this in individual months as well this year. However, for the cover page, I stuck to black and brown mainly. So I am just drawing in the castle right now. At least as much of the castle as would fit on the page and how I thought it would look good fitting on the page, because I didn't want to make it too tiny. Therefore, if I made it too tiny, not the whole castle would fit. So I really like the way it turned out though. And then I just drew the name of the month, January, above the castle and filled that completely in with black, and I used the Harry Potter classic font lettering style just for a little added effect. And then I took my handy dandy little watercolor pen with some brown paint and started just accenting different bits of the castle, and not completely filling in the entire thing, but shading different bits and areas of it just here and there, because I thought it would look nice, and I was pleased with how it ended up looking. Also this month I have quite a few extra little spreads and little tweaks I've done to spreads you probably have seen before. However, for the first one, I am doing my sleep tracker, and then next to my sleep tracker, which is completely new, is going to be a cleaning chart that I'm going to start adding to each month, because it'll be more important than ever to keep on top of cleaning, and it'll just be the easiest way to do things, I think. So the sleep tracker is the same as it has been for a while, but then for the cleaning chart, I have a section for daily tasks and weekly tasks and monthly tasks. And also for the headers, I went with the same style of little header for every different tracker and page that I decided to add in. I just did a little bit of kind of tattered parchment with floating candles beside each of that, and just filled in the candles and the outer edges of the pieces of parchment with different colors and browns and hand things. So for my cleaning chart, I liked a wheel layout just because I thought it was different looking instead of just boxes. So for the daily, I just wrote above, and I'll be filling in one box per day of the different daily tasks I need to do, and then one box per week of the weekly, and then whenever I do the monthly tasks, I fill in the entire section. So I'm just highlighting the titles right now, and then the days of the week, and then I highlight the tasks themselves other than the weekly and monthly tasks, because those will get filled in whenever I actually do them. On the next page, it's gone completely to baby, because next month is when baby is set to come. So it is the final month tracker, my month 9 tracker, which is nuts. So that'll be the last time I do that little tracker. And then on the page next to it, because it also has to do with baby, is a delivery day page where I'm going to write his name, his gender, even though I already know it, the date he comes, the time he comes, his weight, length, and then any feelings and memories that I have from that day. So it'll be a nice little journal entry type thing, just to, I don't know, have and note and have little extra memories of that I liked. Then on the next pages after those 2 baby spreads, I am doing my habit and mood tracker. For my habit trackers, I decided to go with the portraits so that you see all around the castle, of course, because I'm doing a Hogwarts castle theme. And yeah, so I'm drawing a bunch of different style frames, just kind of cluttered all together on the page, because that's how it goes in the castle. And then instead of an actual painting, however, the inside of the frame is filled with the numbers and the habit that I want to track. So I thought it went along quite nicely with the Hogwarts castle theme, and yeah. Then I took, of course, my colors, and I will color in the frames, and the colors that I did stick with, even though I'm doing multiple colors instead of one, I stuck with like kind of castle-y tones, so like grays and browns and silvers and things. Like the frames will have little golden accent type things to it, but other than that, it's just like blacks and browns and, you know, castle-y stonework toned colors. However, there is definitely more variety this year than there was last in terms of color. Last year, as I mentioned, I only did one color per month. However, this is now my mood tracker, and for my mood tracker, I decided to do a bookshelf with a bunch of books in Ode to the Hogwarts Library. So I alternated between like 5 books and 4 books per little shelf area, and it ended up filling the perfect amount that I needed for 1 day per, or 1 book per day for the month. So basically, I filled the entire shelf and then labeled them 1 through 31, and then on the last bottom little shelf, I drew some more books and colored in, well, not colored, but I drew the moods on them instead of numbers before proceeding to color it in. And of course, most bookshelves are brown, and the ones in the Hogwarts castle are indeed brown. So I colored the bookshelf in brown, and the books will get colored in as the month goes on. The only ones that are getting colored now are the actual mood ones. On the next page is my expense tracker. This is the same expense tracker that I used for December with some very minor changes to it. I made the incoming box slightly bigger and also added a new category, which also has to do with baby. So he's coming next month, and a lot of things are going to have to start being bought up for him constantly. So instead of just putting it in with a different category like bills or miscellaneous or anything, I thought it was fitting to give him his own category. So this page has quickly become completely filled with with a whole bunch of different category boxes. So I switched the layout up a bit so that I could add in this baby box that I am drawing right now. So any baby expenses will fall into this category. And something else from December that I kept is the incoming cash and incoming deposits and outgoing debit transactions and cash transactions, because I just think it helps hone in the finances a lot more and gives a better visual as to where the money is actually going, and I'm extremely visual, so I like to see where my money is coming and going from. Next is the same again. I am doing the video tracker that has been working so well for me, and brain dump. I have yet to go without having to fill in my brain dump. So I know not a lot of people find it useful, and some people find it very useful. Apparently I just have a lot of thoughts bouncing around up there, because there has yet been a time where I haven't needed a brain dump page. So going into the new year, I kept my brain dump page. Yeah, however, in the corner I drew a little suit of armor because those are mentioned being found throughout the castle, and I thought it would be a nice little embellishment for the bottom of the brain dump page. And I liked him. I cut off his feet, but I liked him. And then I just sort of highlighted him instead of just solidly coloring him in, um, and added little bits of color to accent him as well, just to make him pop from the page more. Next is the first week. So I really like the whole circular layout. It's just kind of fun and different looking, and I thought, what better to fit a circular layout than the little clock pendulum that you find swinging? So that is what this is supposed to be. I did my best to make it look as close to the actual little clock, the Hogwarts little clock pendulum thing that you see in the films. It has quite a bit of circular elements and little just symbols and stars and things that were odd to draw within the crease of the page. However, I really liked the way it ended up looking. So once I drew that, I split up the page so that I could actually write in the days, and Monday is not the first of the month, it's the 31st, but because it's in a whole new bullet journal, I added it in, because it just wouldn't make sense to leave it out if I did it the other way. Then I accented the inside of my little clock pendulum with kind of a light brown, bronzy-ish color, because that's the color it's supposed to be, or at least it looks like. And yeah, highlighted in the names, and that's it. Now it's time for the final flip through. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, and also subscribe down below if you are not already, and hit that little bell notification to notify you every single time I upload. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!